Hello everyone. So today's topic of discussion is the second video on linear equations, and this video is for SAT students. I've already uploaded the first video on linear equations in which we discuss how we can solve linear equations with one variable and with two variables. We understood the concept, and based upon that we have solved a couple of questions. Right now in this video we'll be going a step further and we'll be understanding how to form linear equations. That's the second type of question that you can expect in the exam, and that is how we need to form the linear equation. So I taught you three steps yesterday. That is, whenever you have a question pertaining to linear equation, there are basically three things that you have to do. First is you need to read the equation and you need to figure out a variable. You need to read the equation, you need to figure out a variable. Once you figure out the variable, then using that variable you have to form the equation. And once you have formed the equation, then you're going to solve the equation. These were the three steps that we followed yesterday or in the previous video. Now in this one, we'll be following only the first two steps. That's it. Nothing else is required. So it's actually a step less than what we have been doing in the previous video. But sometimes the language of the questions become a bit difficult for us to comprehend. Okay. So I'll be solving one question for you, and then from the next question you're gonna pause the video and you're gonna try the question yourself. Okay. All right. So let's begin. So let me solve this one for you. A monthly internet service costs $D for the first 10 hours. So it's $D for 10 hours. Another thing which is important aspect of solving linear equations is that whenever you read some piece of information, try to convert that into equation form or basically into mathematical expressions. It becomes easier. That's it. And $E per hour and $E per hour for each hour after the first 10 hours. So he has to pay, oh sorry, for this service you have to pay $E an hour for 1 hour after 10 hours. So for the first 10 hours you have to pay $D, and for every hour after that you'll have to pay $E for 1 hour. Which of the following could represent the cost of the service if H represents the total number of hours the service was used this month? In this question there is one thing which is missing, and that is should be given to us that in the bracket that the value of H is greater than 10. Otherwise it may lead us to contradictory results. Okay. So please include this while you're solving the question, that H is greater than 10. Alright, so if H is greater than 10, now we know that for 10 hours we have to pay $D, and for every hour after that we have to pay $E. So for 10 hours it's fixed, that is $D. Now if 10 hours is over, that means the number of hours that we are left with is H minus 10. That is the number of hours that we are left with is H minus 10. Now for each of H minus 10 hours you have to pay $E every hour. You have to pay $E every hour. So the total cost will become E into H minus 10. So your answer will become D plus E into H minus 10. And that is simply option number A. Okay. So don't forget to write H minus 10 for $E. Okay. It will not be E into H, it will be E into H minus 10, because for first 10 you have already paid D. You don't have to count those 10 hours again. Alright, let's move on to the next one. So pause the video and try this question please by yourself. All right, let's try this one. So two types of tickets were sold for a concert held at a stadium. Tickets to sit on a bench during the concert cost $85 each. So if you want to sit on bench, then you will have to pay $85 for one ticket. And tickets to sit on the lawn during the concert cost $30 each. If you want to sit on the lawn, then you'll have to pay a total of, for one ticket, you'll have to pay $30. Organizers of the concert announced that 350 tickets had been sold and $19 to $50 has been raised through ticket sales alone. So they have sold a total of 350 tickets, and they have generated a revenue of $19 to $50. From the equation to find the number of tickets, form the equations to find the number of tickets for bench seats B and number of tickets for lawn seats L that were sold for the concert. So we need to form the equations. So bench seats is represented by, or total number of bench seats is given by B, and total number of lawn seats is given by L. Total number of bench seats is given by B and total number of lawn seats is given by L. So first of all, we have a total of 350 tickets. So I can form my first equation as B plus L is equal to 350. I can form my first equation as B plus L is equal to 350 because the total number of tickets is 350. Now every bench ticket cost $85, and if we are selling B bench tickets, then the total cost incurred will be 85B. It will be 85B. And if a lawn ticket costs $30, and if we are selling a total of L lawn tickets, then we'll be generating a revenue of 30L. And this will be equal to a total of 19,250. This will be a total of 19,250. These are your two equations. Now in the exam, you will be given the options, so you simply have to take the correct one and move on. But the point is, again, the reason why I don't give the option is because I want you to understand on how to solve a particular problem. Again, that's why I'm making these videos, so that you understand the basics. It's not about this is the equation and these are the options, solve it and move on. No. Try to understand each and everything. We are selling a total of B bench tickets and a total of L lawn tickets. And a total number of tickets sold is 350, so B plus L is 350. We are generating a total revenue of 19,250. How would you get the revenue? That is the total number of bench tickets multiplied by price per bench ticket. So that will be 85 into B. And same thing goes for lawn ticket also, that is 30 into L. So 85B plus 30L is equal to 19,250, and that's your answer. Alright, pause the video and try this one, please. The table above shows the population of a certain country for the year 2018 and 2025. If the relationship between population and year is linear, then find the relationship between population P and time T in years after 2018. Now, there are a couple of ways of solving this question. First of all, let's understand this table. This table basically represents the population for year 2018 and 2025 for a certain country. So in 2018, the population is 600 million. For 2025, the population is 1090 million. And it also says that the relationship between population and time, which is in years, the relationship is a linear relationship. Now, you need to understand that whenever you have a linear relationship, you get a straight line. Or you're going to get a linear equation. You're going to get a straight line, or you're going to have a linear equation. Every linear equation can be represented in the form of y is equal to mx plus c. Every linear equation can be represented in the form of y is equal to mx plus c, because linear equation represents line. The line can be written in a slope intercept form. That is y is equal to mx plus c. You can also write that in the general form, that is ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. So that's like completely your call which way you want to do it, and that also depends upon the options that you're going to have. So for year 2018 you have 600 million, for 2025 you have 1090 million. You need to form equation, and the relationship is linear. Now if you want to form the relationship, the linear relationship in the slope intercept form, you need to figure out two things, that is the slope and the intercept. Now what we are going to do is we're going to consider year 2018 as 0 year and year 2025 as the 7th year. Okay, so you're going to have 2 points, that is 0 600 and 7 1090 and 7 1090. So I can say that this will basically become, if you talk about the slope, that is y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. So this will become 1090 minus 600 divided by 7. So this will basically become 490 divided by 7, which is equal to 7. So my slope is 70, which means my value of m is 70. So y will be equal to 70x plus c. In order to calculate c, I'll have to use either of the 2 points, either 0 600 or 7 1090. Completely your call which point you want to use. I'm gonna go with 0 600 because I have 1 0, so that's gonna make my life easier. So in place of x, I'm gonna put 0. In place of y, I'm gonna put 600, which is gonna give me that 600 is equal to c. Plug in the value back here, so this is gonna give you that y is equal to 70x plus 600. Y is equal to 70x plus 600, or you can write that, since y represents population and x represents years, so you can write that your final equation as p will be equal to 70t plus 600. You can verify your answer also. When you're going to put t equals to 0, your population is 600. When you'll put t equals to 1, that is the population for the year 2019, that will be 670. For 2020, you'll have to put t equals to 2. In that case, your population will become 70 into 2, which is 140, plus 600, that is 740. When you'll put t equals to 7, you'll get the population for year 2025, that is 1090. Okay. So your answer will be given to you in one of the formats, but basically your equation will be p is equal to 70t plus 600. Now just to confuse you, what they can do, what I have observed from previous papers, is that instead of giving you simply as p is equal to 70t plus 600, they can also say that okay, t is equal to p minus 600 by 70. They can also give you something like this also. Okay, so once you get this form, that is p is equal to 70t plus 600, then you can convert it into any form, or you can mark whatever the correct answer is. It won't matter. Alright, I hope the question and the concern is clear. Alright, pause the video and try this question, please. Alright, let's try this one. So it says that a software company is selling a new game in a world edition and a local edition. So there are like two ways in which they are selling the game. So first one is world edition, second one is local edition. The box for the world edition has a volume of 15 cubic inches. Okay, so world edition has 15 cubic inches. I'm going to simply write 15, that's more than sufficient. And the box for the local edition has a volume of 35 cubic inches. Alright. So for local edition, the volume is 35. Alright. The company receives an order of 75 copies of the game. So we have a total of 75 copies. Fine. And the total volume of the order to be shipped is 1500 cubic inches. Alright. So total volume is 1500 cubic inches. Alright. Form a system of equation which can be used to determine the number of World's Edition game W and local edition games L that were ordered. So again you have to form the equation. The number of World Edition games is W and the number of local edition games is L. Now we have to, or the company has to sell a total of 75 copies, which means first equation that you can form is W plus L should be equal to 75. Because W represents the total of world edition games sold and L is going to represent the number of local edition games sold. So, or basically the number of boxes sold, whichever way you want to call that up. So W plus L will be equal to 75. Now, if we have a total of W world edition game boxes, so I can say that for each box, which is basically 15 cubic inches, so for W boxes, the total volume will be 15W. One box has a volume of 15 cubic inches. We have a total of W boxes. So total volume will automatically become 15W. Similarly, I have a box for local edition. One box is 35 cubic inches. We have a total of L boxes. So total volume for local edition will become 35L. And the sum will automatically be equal to 1500 because that's the total volume. So this will be my linear equation. You can simplify the second one, like you can divide by 5 on both the sides. So you're gonna get that 3W plus 7L and that will be equal to 300. So this can also be given to you in the answer choices. So W plus L is 75 and second is 15W plus 35L is 1500 or 3W plus 7L is equal to 300. Alright, pause the video and try the 16th one please. Alright, let's try this one. Ken and Paul each ordered a sandwich at a restaurant. The price of Ken's sandwich was X dollars. Alright, so for Ken's sandwich, the price was X dollars. And the price of Paul's sandwich, it was one more than the price of Ken's sandwich, so that will become X plus $1. That will become X plus $1. If Ken and Paul split the cost of the sandwich evenly and each paid a 20% tip, form the expression representing the amount in dollars each of them paid. Okay. In the actual question, the question will be which of the following represents the actual amount paid by each of them. Now since we do not have options, so we have to form that equation. So if Ken paid X and Paul paid X plus 1, can we say that the total amount paid by them will basically be equal to 2X plus $1? The total amount paid by them will be equal to 2X plus $1. Now each of them paid 20% tip. So what I need to do is I need to find out 20% of 2X plus 1. Now the point is, first you split, like you divide 2X plus 1 by half and then you calculate 20% for each one of them, or you calculate 20% for the total quantity and then you split it into two parts. It's one and the same thing. Okay, so either you first split and then calculate 20%, or you calculate 20% and then split. It's one and the same thing, it won't matter. So the total amount paid will be equal to 2X plus 1 plus 20% of 2X plus 1. So this is 2X plus 1 plus 0.2 into 2x plus 1, I can take 2x plus 1 common. So this will become 1.2 into 2x plus 1. So this is the total amount paid by Ken and Paul. This is the total amount paid by Ken and Paul. The question is, find the amount that is paid by each of them. That is paid by each of them. So what you have to do is, you need to divide this expression by 2. So this will lead you to 0.6 into 2x plus 1. So that is 1.2x plus 0.6. That is 1.2x plus 0.6, and that is your final answer. Ken paid x, Paul paid, sorry, not Ken paid x. The cost of Ken's sandwich was x. Cost of Paul's sandwich was x plus 1. So total amount that they had to pay was 2x plus 1. They both tipped 20%. So 20% of 2x plus 1 will be 0.2 into 2x plus 1. The total amount paid by both of them is 2x plus 1 into 1.2. Now since they split the amount into equal halves, so it will be 0.6 into 2x plus 1, which is 1.2x plus 0.6. That's your answer. Alright, pause the video and try this question number 17, please. Alright, let's see how we can solve this one. So one of the requirements for becoming a professional writer is the ability to type 235 words per minute. So the requirement that we have is 235 words per minute. Rima can currently type 180 words per minute. So Rima can type 180 words per minute and believes that with practice she can increase his typing speed, it should be actually her typing speed, by 5 words per minute each month. Alright, so she can increase her typing speed by 5 words per minute each month. That is, if she's gonna practice on her typing abilities, then after 1 month she'll be able to type 185 words in 1 minute. This is basically what it means. If m is less than 11 and m represents months, then find the expression which gives the number of words per minute Rima is short from becoming a professional writer. So m represents number of months and m is less than 11. Then we need to give them the expression which defines or which tells us that Rima is how short or how much short from becoming a professional writer. Now in m months, Rima would be able to type 180 plus 5m words per minute. She'll be able to type 180 plus 5m. Now if you want to reach 235, then the difference between 235 and 180 is 55. Divide by 5, that's going to give you like exactly of 11 months. And the question is given to you that m is less than 11. M is less than 11, which basically means that even after practicing for m months, where m is less than 11, Rima would not be able to reach her target. Rima would not be able to reach her target. She was supposed to reach 235. She could only reach 180 plus 5. So if you want to calculate how short she is, so we have to take the difference of these two. So this will basically become 55 minus 5m, or you can write 5 into 11 minus m. So she is basically short by 5 into 11 minus m words per minute. She is short by 5 into 11 minus m words per minute, and that's your answer. And that's your answer. All right. All right. Pause the video and try this one, please. All right. Let's see how we can solve this one. The cost of using a telephone in a hotel meeting room is $0.2 per minute. So it was $0.2 per minute. Which of the following equation represents the total cost C in dollars for H hours of phone use? Alright. It is $0.2 for 1 minute. Now we know that in 1 hour we have a total of 60 minutes. So for 1 minute, if you are paying $0.2, then for 1 hour or for 60 minutes, you'll be paying 0.2 into $60. So that is basically $12 an hour. That is basically $12 an hour. Which of the following equation represents the total cost C in dollars for H hours of phone use? Now, if you're using it for H hours, now for 1 hour, you'll have to pay $12. So for H hours, you'll have to pay a total of 12 H dollars. You'll have to pay a total of 12 H dollars. Now, interestingly, you'll observe that none of the options is gonna give you like 12 H. Like they have not simply given you 12 H. They have given you option in the conversion form. They have given you the option in the conversion form. So what we were supposed to do is that we're supposed to keep our calculation in the conversion form itself. So for 1 minute, $0.2. So for 60 minutes, it will be 0.2 into $60. This will be for 1 hour. So for HR, it will become 0.2 into 60 into H. This is the amount that we have to pay for HRs, and that I believe is given in option number A. Okay. So two things you need to understand here is that first is you don't have to read the options while you're reading the questions, because when you're going to read the option, it will always confuse you. Solve it in a way that you want to solve. It's completely your call. And then convert it. Solve it in a way with which you are comfortable. Don't solve it according to the options. So that at least whatever answer you get, you should be confident about it. Okay, this is my final answer. It's just that they have given us the answer in some different form, but this is my final answer. And once you are done with your answer, then you can convert it in one of the forms that is given to you in the question. Alright then, having said that, let's move on. Pause the video and try this question, please. Alright, let's try this one. On Saturday, Amani sent M text messages each 10 minutes for 5 hours. Okay, so he's sending M texts in 10 minutes. So I can say that in 1 minute, he would be sending M by 10 texts. And he sent these texts for 5 hours. Now if I talk about 5 hours, 5 hours is basically like 5 into, sorry, not 50, it's 5 into 60 minutes. Which is basically 5 into 6 into 10 minutes. Now in 10 minutes, if he's sending M text, so in 5 into 6 into 10 minutes, he will be sending 5 into 6 into M text. Okay? Which will basically be equal to 30 M texts. So M text in 10 minutes, 5 hours is 5 into 60 minutes. So in 5 into 60 minutes, that is 5 into 6 into 10 minutes. So that is 5 into 6 into M text. Simply going step by step, that's it, nothing else. Okay, so you can conclude that Armani sent a total of 30 M texts. Okay, coming to Tillian. So for Tillian, he is sending like P texts in 8 minutes. P text in 8 minutes. So how many texts is he gonna send for 4 hours? So if I have 4 hours, so that is 4 into 60 minutes, or I can also write this as 4 into 2 into 30 minutes. Why did I write it as 4 into 2 into 30? Because 4 into 2 is going to give me 8. Okay, 60 is 2 into 30. I intentionally wrote it as 2 into 30 because I was missing 8. I already had a 4, so if I know if from somewhere I'm going to get a 2, then 4 into 2 will automatically become 8. So for 4 hours, he will be sending P into 30 texts. He'll also be sending like 30 P texts. So they will be sending a total of 30 M plus 30 P texts. Or you can take 30 common, you will have 30 into M plus P texts. And that is your answer. And that is your answer. Alright, pause the video and try this question please. Alright, let's see how we can deal with this one. A helicopter initially hovering 40 feet above the ground begins to gain altitude at a rate of 21 feet per second. Okay, so initially it had a height of 40 feet above the ground, and it is increasing the height, or it's increasing its altitude by 21 feet per second. That basically means after 1 second the helicopter will be at a height or at an altitude of 61 feet. After 2 it will be 40 plus 2 into 21, and so on and so forth. Okay, this is basically what it's going to be. Find the function that represents the helicopter's altitude above the ground f in feet t seconds after the helicopter begins to gain altitude. Now it started with 40, every second it's gaining 21 feet. So in t seconds it's gonna gain 21 t feet. Okay, it started with 40, so it is at 40. In every second it's gaining 21 feet. So in t second it's gonna gain 21 into t feet. Okay, so its altitude f can be represented as 40, which is the initial height, plus 21 into t, and that is your final answer. This question was a simple one, right? All right, so these are the types of questions that you can expect from the topic where you have to form the equation. Now forming equation is one step easier in comparison to solving the equations. Okay, because you have to simply follow the two things, the two steps which we spoke in the starting of the video. So this is all as far as the second part of linear equation is concerned. Now we'll be in the next video that we'll be doing, we'll be understanding system of equations, where we'll be understanding what do you mean by unique solution, what do you mean by infinite solution, what do you mean by no solution, what do these things mean when you talk about system of equations. So we'll be like relating equations with lines. Okay, we'll be talking about both the things simultaneously. Okay, so a couple of more videos on linear equation, then you're done with this chapter. Remember that this is one topic where you can actually score 100% marks, so prepare this diligently. This will like, and you do get a lot of questions from this topic also. Okay, you actually do get a lot of questions. You get the easier questions, you do get the difficult questions also. Alright guys, so that will be all for this video. Thank you so much for watching it. Please like the video and share it with your other friends also, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it till yet. And if you have any doubts, if you have any queries, if you have any questions, you are more than welcome to ask me. You can either mail me or you can also WhatsApp me. Alright, and if you're looking for any personalized classes for SAT, GMAT or GRE, you can always connect with me. Alright guys, thank you so much. Keep watching and keep learning. Thank you so much.